amazing. So I am just so unbelievably honored to be here today in front of all of you. It's breathtaking. So I would love to share my story with you. So on January 5th, 2012, I got life-changing news. After 6+ months of getting misdiagnosed, I finally got some answers. I was diagnosed with locally advanced pancreatic cancer. As you can imagine, like everyone else diagnosed with this, you're just in complete shock. And I was always healthy. I never took a day off of work. So it was so shocking. And the bad news, well, it got worse. More tests revealed at that point that I was actually stage 4 because it had spread to my liver. And I was told that most people in my condition don't survive beyond 9 months. And I thought, 9 months, really? 9 months? It just wasn't enough time. You see, because I have 2 little boys, I shouldn't say little anymore, they were 6 and 8 at the time, in kindergarten and 2nd grade, and my husband, they're hanging out over there, who is by my side for 22 years. And I just thought, gosh, they need me. And so on day 2, I decided that I would fight, and I refused to be a statistic. I told cancer that it messed with the wrong girl. So from the beginning of this journey, I began to see that cancer was a gift in a very strange package. As I opened my heart and my eyes, I saw and experienced miracles every day. Miracles of family. My husband didn't get scared and run off. He was my rock. He stayed right by my side. I remember I actually asked him, and I said, so, are you gonna get remarried if I die? And he would be like, such a stupid question, because you're not gonna die. Good answer. My children, well, they gave me the will to live. They were fully aware what was going on. I never said that I could possibly die, because honestly I knew in my heart that I felt like I wasn't going to die. My boys became my prayer warriors, my helpers, and ultimately my reality. My parents, they basically moved in our house and became our cooks and our cleaners, but most importantly, they were there. And no matter how old you are, you still need your mom and dad. My sister became my medical advocate and also my nag. I lovingly call her my nagavit. She put her own life on hold and put my care first. She gave me the advantage of not having to read about this cancer and its horrible statistics. And she took the burden of worrying about second opinions and research, and she took it with like the sense of a 5-year-old asking so many questions: how, why, where, taking notes, everything. And anytime that we would go meet a new doctor, they would always go, so are you a doctor? And she would go, no, just her medical advocate. So, and also my sister basically finally got the chance to tell me what to do every second, and she loved that. My brothers and their wives, they took turns staying with us, and to me that was so important. So I see all of you out there, and a lot of you in support of someone going through this or have been supportive, and I just can't tell you enough how important that is, because I will tell you, I never ever felt alone. And you know, my husband and I, our families don't live here in Atlanta, and so our neighbors and our friends were just incredible, and they were amazing. They watched our kids when we needed them. They brought us dinners. I even had a friend of mine bring me the most decadent banana pudding during chemo because everything else tasted like metal, and it was disgusting, and it was the only thing I could eat. I even was able to work full-time. Crazy, huh? But I have a home office, and I have to thank my company. I work for Hard Rock International, and they were just so incredibly supportive. I typically travel in my job, and they told me, don't worry, don't travel. And I still got to work because I know that I don't think there's a person that's going through cancer out there that just wants to sit around thinking about, I have cancer. So I stayed active. I would go to soccer games with my portable chemo pump. I would attend school functions. I'd go to dinner. I'd go to concerts in the weakest of states. But I basically lived my life. My children, they got to see true love, because when I got in the midst of chemo and I was down to like 92 pounds and super weak, it was sometimes really difficult to climb the stairs. And my husband would swoop me up and carry me upstairs, and my kids would like laugh hysterically because they just thought that was the funniest thing. But I must admit that there were like a lot of times I really didn't need help going upstairs, but I asked him anyways because I thought it was pretty romantic. I was blown away by how many people were praying for me and my family. Perfect strangers would just email me or come to my house. People that I didn't know brought us meals. It was amazing. And I remember that I received this blanket in the mail from a church, and I didn't realize the church was located pretty far away from my house until I went to go and write the thank you card. And the church had written a note saying that they've received so many prayer requests that I must be an important person in our community, and they wanted me to have this special blanket. And today, I really, honestly, still have no idea who goes to that church. So I chose to stay super positive. I chose to stay as active as possible. Trust me, there were many times I just wanted to stay in bed, but I got up each and every day, and I chose to live. I also heard, like I'm sure many of you have heard those words, "You're going to die," way too many times. I chose not to listen to them, and I found the doctor willing to fight for me. And I will emphasize second, third, fourth, whatever opinions, super important. I chose not to listen to the negative. And that the doctor that I chose to listen to said to me that I was a statistic of 1. I also learned to never underestimate the power of prayer. My faith played a huge part of my healing, and I have the most amazing relationship with God. Thank God. My journey was filled with so many miracles and so many God stories, and I knew that I was on this journey for a reason. So today, after 12 rounds of chemo, 25 rounds of radiation with a 24-hour chemo pump, nano-knife surgery, and 4 months of preventative cancer, I believe in miracles. So I'm super happy to tell you today that I've been cancer-free for 13 months and counting.
Yeah.
God. So, as you know, pancreatic cancer is extremely scary, and that's why it's so important to raise awareness and funds. And I just want to tell you that there is hope. So don't give up. Keep fighting, keep believing, and keep asking a ton of questions, because one day I know that there will be a cure. Thank you so much.